Welcome back to the main pod week. Wow, what a beautiful theme song that probably was, I think, if we get it in here for this one. My friend Peter worked on that, so thank you, Peter, for getting the intro-outro music. We're really excited to have it.
Shout out to Peter.
My name is Nate.
And I'm Julia.
And as always, this is the main pod week. We are going to be discussing all things main cinema, main film. And this week we have just gotten through Thanksgiving, which is a big time for movies, I feel.
Yes. Yeah, big time for movies. Did you see any movies over? Did you go home? Did you go elsewhere for Thanksgiving?
So had I traveled, I probably would have made a movie a part of my trip. But I only had the day of Thanksgiving off, so I was with the family on Wednesday night and Thanksgiving Day, and then I was back to work on Friday. But I did not go to the movies. I have been seeing movies, though. So I think actually since our last time we met, I had 2 back-to-back nights at the Nick in Portland. I think that was the week before Thanksgiving. So the first night I went and I saw Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And I don't. Do you know the Now You See Me movies? Have you ever seen those?
Okay, so I have never seen.
Oh,
well, that's nothing. Never mind. I've never seen any of them, but I hear great things. Charlie, our collaborator over here at the main Play Week. Charlie seems to think that they are cheesy and kind of terrible and ridiculous, but overall a fun time at the movies.
I would absolutely agree with his assessment of that. The first 2 are cheesy and over the top, and so I'd call them sort of like National Treasury, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like fun little adventures. They're heists, you know.
Love a heist film.
Love a heist film.
Shout out to Kelly Reichardt's The Mastermind.
Shout out to Mastermind. We keep coming back to The Mastermind. It's that Josh O'Connor.
Oh, man. There's more Josh O'Connor to talk about in this episode. Just you wait.
Great. So this newest one that came out was absolute garbage. It was very, very bad. It was poorly written. There were like 4 different car commercials in it. You know, when you're watching a movie, they do that now where like all of a sudden the cinematography will shift and you're like, why does this look like I'm watching cable? And then all of a sudden a car will stop and you'll just get like the full branding on the front of the car.
Yeah.
Biggest film pet peeve, like contemporary film pet peeve of mine is when they put
product
car
placement.
Commercials. Well, not even like I'll take some product placement, but like when they change how the film is being shot, that really grinds my gears. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I
pun intended.
Thank you. And they did that like probably 4 different times. It felt like 4 different movies smashed up into one. They were like kind of trying to. They did the thing that like a movie sequel that is coming out way after the first movies came out does sometimes, where they were like, and now there's like there's a young cast who's stepping in to take the older cast's place. But the older cast was Isla Fisher, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, and Dave Franco. And so it's not like they were appealing to the youth or anything when they first came out. It's not like the original cast is now old and they need a young cast to.
Right.
It was all very weird. I did not have a good time with it. It was very bad. I'd say you can probably skip it. It was a bummer because the first 2 are silly fun, and this one was just like way overproduced. Yeah, it was bad. But then the next day, we went back to the Nick for their Way Back Wednesday,
gosh.
and we saw Austin Powers on the big screen, which is a film that I have not seen since I was
Now, which
15,
Austin
maybe?
Powers was
the
that?
first International
first
Man
one.
of Mystery. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that at a sleepover, like in elementary school, and have not seen it since.
It's really funny. I was really surprised. I kind of assumed that the humor would not hold up and it would be kind of, it would be a little dicey. But it's pretty evergreen. Mike Myers is funny. He's great. Like, he's got a great physical comedian, and I don't know. It was not a super full theater. A lot of people on dates, as far as I could tell, and that was funny. Yes, I did get a kick out of that. We left, and it was all couples sitting behind us.
Interesting.
So that was kind of funny. So those were my two theater experiences, both at the Nick here in Portland. And then on Friday night, after my family had all dispersed and I was home from work, I watched Train Dreams on Netflix. Have you heard about Train Dreams?
Oh, it's already on Netflix. Oh, that's too bad. Well, because it's in theaters.
It is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Have
you seen it?
Talk about grinding my gears. No, I haven't seen it because it's only showing at like a handful of theaters. I think maybe it might have already left Main Film Center. It was playing at Main. Yeah, I think it's already gone at Main Film Center.
Man, it was marvelous. It is such a beautiful movie. I keep telling everybody about it.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't want to give away too much, but it's like one of those kind of like slice of lifey movies, but just tender and heartwarming, and makes you want to cry, but like with a smile on your face, kind of. One of my friends posted on his Letterboxd review. He said it's one of those movies that makes you feel sad in a full way, and I like that.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Especially because I hate feeling sad in an empty way.
Yeah. Definitely not a nihilistic movie. I'll say
That's the worst kind of sad.
Yeah, not good. We'll take a pass.
Wow. Okay. So now I have been sort of looking through various theater sites, and this will be much better when we have our Showtimes database all set up. So stay tuned for that in the new year.
Stay tuned.
But I want to know if any theaters are playing Train Dreams coming up, because the only one that I saw, I think, was MFC. I don't even know if it played at the Nickelodeon, which is really too bad. I don't know that
I saw it. Yeah, I
really too bad.
Wish I could have seen it in a theater, because it is a really, thematically, it's a beautiful film, but physically and cinematographically, it's really, really beautiful as well.
Yeah. Well, okay, we should do a deep dive, and when this podcast comes out, we will tell you if it is playing at any point at any theater in the future. So check the description or like email that you got along with this episode, and we'll tell you.
Check it out.
Although I don't know if it will be playing. Maybe it's got some Oscar buzz. It's got a lot of Oscar buzz.
I was going to say,
I wonder if places will bring it back around I February, I hope so. But yeah, I will probably end up watching that on Netflix as well.
I would see it sooner on Netflix rather than later, with the potential of seeing it in a theater. I would see it again in a heartbeat in a theater. So that's my take.
Yeah. Well, maybe we watch it now on Netflix, and then hopefully when it comes back, if it comes back, we can see it. But yeah, it sounds like a great film, and it's gotten a lot of buzz.
Yeah. How about you? Have you been in the theaters at all? You've been seeing anything?
Yeah. So speaking of Netflix, I was in suburban Philadelphia visiting my in-laws for Thanksgiving, and in Bryn Mawr, which is outside of Philadelphia, we went to the Bryn Mawr Film Institute. And we saw Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. No, you did
not. Yes. Oh, that's Josh O'Connor coming back. Okay.
Yeah, that's Josh O'Connor.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's a podcast about Josh O'Connor.
It's the Josh O'Connor app. Tell me, because I
Okay.
love Knives Out. I did not like Glass Onion.
Correct.
Correct take. Okay, good.
Correct take. This one was absolutely worlds better than Glass Onion,
Okay.
and honestly, like, was a really tight film and was like kind of on par with the first one. And it was really, really good. It was.
I almost
really
just knocked
good.
over my entire desk because I got very excited. That's what that was.
It was very good. It was like, so Josh O'Connor plays this priest, and a murder takes place, around. I won't give anything too much away, but this is sort of the premise of these films, is that a murder happens, and then Benoit Blanc, Daniel Craig, comes in and solves the murder, and this one is it's kind of interesting because I feel like in the first one and a little bit, and in the second one too, Benoit was sort of like kind of the main character, but I feel like in this one the main character really was Josh O'Connor. Oh, cool. And Daniel Craig had more of a supporting part, and I thought it was just like I thought Josh O'Connor did a really good job in like carrying the film and the emotional weight of the film. Yeah. And everyone else around him, like all the suspects and Benoit, really just kind of like added this like sparkle to it. And Josh O'Connor was this like emotional center of the film. And I mean, of course, I'm biased because I just love Josh O'Connor.
She just loves Josh O'Connor, you guys.
I just think he's a great actor, and I think he's nice to look at.
There's
that's
nothing
my
wrong
opinion.
with that. You're allowed.
That's my opinion.
That's a beautiful thing to have.
And so is he.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Wow. Oh, I'm jealous. That is one that I am very much looking forward to. Knives Out is one of my top 4 on Letterboxd. My 4 faves. Yep.
Did you know that part of the first one, Knives Out, was filmed in my hometown, Natick, Mass?
I did not. I knew it was shot around Massachusetts there, but I did not know it was right in Natick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who'd have thought?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, there's like the final chase scene where they're like a car chase, and they're like shooting. Yep. It's like through the town center, and so we saw it, and it was like, oh my gosh, like that's like where we hung out after school, you know?
No way.
That's where we like got ice cream in the summer, you know?
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, shout out to the Knives Out franchise. I feel like that's a franchise that is just really fun and also like very creative and rich.
Yes. Yeah. I Glass Onion was fun and creative. I thought it was kind of dumb. It was looser, you know? It was a little sloppier than Knives Out, which was so tight. But you said that Wake Up Dead Man is a very tight film as well, so I'm excited to check this one out.
Yeah. I feel like Glass Onion was like focused on like the rich people, you know, exclusive island or whatever, and this one just like brings it back to like the smaller, like more emotional aspects of things, and I just think it makes a much better movie. Amazing. Much more interesting.
Yeah. It was kind of slapstick and over the top in a way that like Knives Out wasn't, you know? Ana de Armas's character is like worried about her mom getting deported and stuff, you know?
Right.
And that,
exactly. Yeah, and this one focuses, you know, it's Josh O'Connor, and he's like, you know, he's got a real crisis of faith, you know? So there's like a lot of like allusions to, you know, religious practice and like outward religiosity and then like inward faith. I think it was really great. I would recommend. And it is playing. It does have a bit of a wider release than other Netflix films that are coming out this fall and winter. So I believe it's playing at a bunch of theaters, but it will not be playing at any theater for long. People know that it's on Netflix, and unfortunately, people are going to watch it on Netflix, which is fine. I think if you have the choice whether to see the film or not, you should see the film. whether it's in a theater or on Netflix. But I think if you have a chance, you should see it on a big screen.
That'll be my choice.
It was a little weird to see the Netflix logo, like the N, up on the big screen, like at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And
I don't
was
know
like,
that I've had that before.
It is, yeah, it's weird. I've had it, I guess, twice now with, Wake Up Dead Man and Nouvelle Vague was the other one that I saw.
Right.
And which is Netflix. And it's just weird, like Netflix getting into theatrical. I'm glad they are. I wish they had longer windows. But, you know, they are releasing some really great films. Train Dreams.
They are. Train Dreams.
And Wake Up Dead Man and other stuff coming up.
Our hitters so far. So you have been doing some research about why people go to the movies.
Yeah. So, folks, we have this moviegoer survey. And if you have not filled out this survey, this is basically just like a quick little kind of like, okay, who are you? What are your motivations? Just so like we as the main plate week can kind of like grasp who our audience is. Like who's listening to this pod?
People?
Who the hell are you?
What the heck is going on?
What the hell is wrong with you?
What's your goddamn problem?
And also, thank you.
And we hope to hear from you again soon. And please fill out the survey if you haven't already.
So this survey is, you can find it at themainplayweek.com, and there's a little tab called Take the Survey, or it'll be in the description of this episode. Okay, so I thought we could just like go through some of these questions and
let me know what you found out. I've been curious because it's been a couple months that survey's been available to take.
Yeah,
right?
It's been a few months. We've gotten a fair number of responses. Okay, so the first question is, how would you describe your interest in movies? And this is not really surprising at all. 55%, over half of people who responded, said, I go out of my way to see films in theaters. And then the next biggest percentage, 27%, was, I see movies semi-regularly at a cinema near me. And then, how often do you see a movie in a theater or other public setting? So how often do you see a movie in a movie theater or other public setting, Nate?
I go as often as I can, I think is what I would say. When I'm busy and I'm in a rehearsal or something like that, or doing shows, and I'm not going to the movies. Like, I spend all of my free time already in a big black room, and I'm not going to go back to see a movie, probably. Sorry. But, like, I don't know. Last week, I went 2 days in a row. I would say if you averaged it out across like a year, I'd say twice a month. Pretty decent. Yeah. I think those aren't rookie numbers. I'm doing okay for myself.
No, yeah, you're great, and you are in the plurality of moviegoers. 40% of respondents to the survey say that they see a movie in a theater 2 to 3 times a month.
I'd say that's about right for me. Yeah.
So what was interesting about this question is that the next biggest piece of the pie, 25%, is not once a month. It's not once a week or more. It's a few times a year. I would expect, most people to see a movie 2 to 3 times a month, and then the next biggest proportion of people would see a movie in theaters once a month. So on.
Yep. I wonder if that is like people who want to see a big action blockbuster on a big screen, like immediately. And this is just because I was talking with my boss at work about this today. He's a big Marvel guy. And where my brain immediately went when you said a few times a year is like, oh, well, Marvel movies come out a few times a year, So is that like, are there people who like that's what's getting them to the theater? I'm sure that there are, Yeah, it's
that's
a good draw
their
for
movie
a lot
going.
of folks. Yeah,
that's their movie going practice. They go to the summer blockbusters or stuff like that, and there you go. So I also included a few like free response questions.
Cool. Yep.
Which is always the most interesting part because people can actually like type stuff in and you see what people actually think rather than just like numbers. And so what's your biggest frustration when planning to see a movie in Maine? And the biggest frustration that we saw is drive time.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which I feel like, us being Portland area, I guess, like up until recently, I was kind of Portland area, it's maybe not necessarily something that we have to deal with on a regular basis, like we go to the Nick, we go to the Flagship in Falmouth. But for instance, like if you wanted to see Train Dreams in theaters, you probably would have had to go all the way up to Waterville to the main film center.
Yeah. Well, even like, I don't know, you were talking on our last episode about how you brought Dan to go see One Battle After Another, and you went to the Saco IMAX for that. And that's that's an hour 45 or something like that, ish, hour and a half. That's a long way to go see a movie, which might be as long as the drive. I feel like there's like movie deserts in Maine,
Yes, there's movie deserts. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Sometimes literally, like when we went and we saw Dune in the desert of Maine. But like, I don't know, like I think about the cinemas up in Bangor and Orono, Black Bear Cinemas up in Orono, and then there's Auburn and Brunswick, which have large multi-screen theaters. And then there's, sort of Westbrook, Portland, Saco, Falmouth. And I don't know, that leaves a lot of people 45 minutes to an hour probably away from a multi-screen theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like some of the, like, I'm just quoting, what people have written here. Like, I live in central Maine, so seeing any smaller run movies requires hour-long drives. Yeah, there's just like so many people just saying like distance or like drive time.
Yeah.
The theater closest to me, Flagship, doesn't have many of the movies I want to see, aside from the most major blockbusters and wide releases. And living 45 minutes from Portland means I often have to drive long distances to see movies. So yeah, cool movies showing further than I'm willing to drive is a major frustration. One person also mentioned actually the IMAX, needing to drive quite far for the nearest IMAX.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like, it's lack of theater options where I live, and it's hard to schedule driving an hour plus each way to see a film.
Yeah.
And it's true. It really is. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like, it's just interesting. I think this is like kind of perhaps a little bit unique in Maine. We're just such a wide, like our population is like widely distributed over a big geographic area. And so those resources, the movie theaters, if you think of them as resources, like cultural resources, are distributed. And so a lot of places don't have the like, oh yeah, you like walk down the block. Like, how I feel like actors and directors, when they're interviewed, are always saying like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I lived in New York and I walked down the block to this great little
I'd always go
theater.
to this penny theater or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just like, we just went there all the time. And it's like, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that probably because of the time that we're in, because a lot of theaters have closed over the past 30 years. But I mean, Maine especially, I think, is just like there's just an added logistics to everything.
Yep. Yeah, even, I mean, if you're down in the greater Boston area, if there was a movie at the Coolidge Corner that you wanted to see, I mean, the C line of the T runs all the way out to Newton, and that's, you hop right on, it drops you off in Coolidge Corner, and you're right there for the movie, and that expands the range of that theater, the accessible range of that theater by so much. It's a rural problem. It would seem.
Yeah. Don't even get us started about light rail and public transport.
Listen,
in Maine.
if we're going to get into systemic issues on this podcast, I think we're going to have to do another episode.
Seriously.
Well, that's really interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's a cool survey. And I'd love to hear what other people have to say if they continue to answer that, if they follow the link in the description of this episode.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Yeah, go and check it out. And if this is your experience, if this is not your experience, let us know. Like, it's just like, we just want to get sort of a clear picture of like, what are the problems that people in Maine are dealing with when it comes to going to the movies.
Yeah.
And a big part of his drive time, a lot of people also said, people talking and on their phones.
Sure. Yeah.
during the movies.
People aren't respectful of like theater culture, but there's, I think, a weird sort of feedback loop of like, if you don't train people to be good, and I see this as an actor too, like on stage, if you don't train people to be good audience members, then people won't become good audience members. And one of the ways you train people to become good audience members is you go and be a good audience member and you tell them to shut the fuck up if they're talking or they're on their phone, you know? I don't know. That's my take.
I was extremely obnoxious when we were seeing Wake Up Dead Man. I was with basically like Dan, my husband, and his two brothers, and basically like our whole sort of like cousin generation, like brother and sister, all that whole generation. It was kind of like the kids table version of like going to the movies. It was canon experience. And I was like, before the movie started, like as it was starting, I was like, guys, don't even think about checking the time. Don't even think about checking your phone. I don't care what time it is. You are sitting in this seat for as long as this movie takes.
Just put it away. Just put it away. You'll get out eventually. It's fine. It's
gonna be fine.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be okay.
God, good on you. You're fighting the good fight.
And Dan was like, Julia, stop.
No, Dan.
And I was like,
no.
No, somebody's got to do it.
And that's
I did not see a single person check their phone. At least
you put the fear of God into them.
That's right.
Damn Skippy.
Probably the people behind and people around us probably heard me being like, Rah! And they were like, oh, gosh.
There's like a 6-row radius out from you.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
It
was like, don't want to cross her. Anyway, what else is happening on the Maine Play Week?
Well, we've got an awesome survey that people should go take, but we also have lots of artistic contributors who are writing fascinating essays about film, and we have just had another essay published by Kyle Manning. But he has written an article about Chloe Zhao's new upcoming movie, which I think maybe just came out.
Just came out.
Hamnet. His article is titled, "What is a Hamnet?" I told him it's what you catch hams with. But
my God.
He got a kick out of that one. So he just put that up on the Maine Play Week. And we're always gathering new folks with new points of view and perspectives to write articles and reviews.
Yeah.
They even let me put a review up there. What the heck?
You did a great review of Childish Things, the Maine-made mockumentary.
I had fun.
earlier this year. We've got a couple of things planned. We've got a write-up about Marty Supreme by Ethan Fletcher, a new contributor. And that's going to be really great. Marty Supreme.
Julia's looking forward to Marty Supreme.
I'm so pumped for Marty Supreme.
Julia's so excited.
And I want people to understand, this is different. This is a different kind of, I am a fan of Timothée Chalamet. But not in the same way as I am of Josh O'Connor.
All right, educate us. Listeners, I'm sitting back with you to get the full scoop.
The difference between Josh O'Connor and Timothée Chalamet, I think they're both really talented actors. They do look similar, but I am not attracted to Timothée Chalamet.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, like, kind of the opposite. Like, I find myself kind of like, ugh. But, like, in a way where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm fascinated by you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Josh O'Connor, I just think is an attractive human being. But, like, I feel like this is my annoyance as a straight female fan of films.
Yes. Finally, we hear the straight woman's perspective on film.
Whenever I talk about Timothée Chalamet, people assume that I think he's hot. And that's why I'm talking about him. But I'm not.
There we go. Break the stigma. Hashtag
I just think
Timothy
he's
is not
a
hot.
damn good actor.
Yeah, he's a very talented actor.
Anyway.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for Barry Supreme.
I think that's fair. And that's ping pong, right?
Yeah.
And Safdie?
Yeah. You didn't see the marketing call that they released.
So I've seen like clips of that. I
you
never
gotta watch the whole thing.
Knew what it was. I saw something about
it's a marketing
and
stunt.
I saw
It's a marketing stunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a blimp and something about orange and like
yes.
Yeah. Cool. I knew it was something for Marty Supreme, but I was like, was this a segment for someone's show? Like, was this on Conan or like Conan's not on the air anymore.
Nope.
That's fine.
They just released it as
cool.
like part of the market. It's basically just Timothée Chalamet playing a caricature of himself.
Okay.
For like
That makes a lot of sense. Cool. Right on. Sick. That sounds really fun.
And it was very funny. It was very
parts
funny.
of the clips that I've seen of that, I was like, what the fuck is Timothée Chalamet doing? But that's cool to know. He seems like a really cool guy. A guy I went to school with just like one day played basketball with him and Adam Sandler in
what?
Yeah, just like he was walking down the street and saw them and he's like, hey, can I shoot some hoops with you? And they're like, yeah.
Oh
and
my God.
They hung out and then he was like, later, and he left. So there we go. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. Timothée Chalamet is definitely going places for sure. Anyway, yeah, Marty Supreme, very excited. Lots of other Christmas films coming up. And yeah, geez.
Are you a Christmas Hallmark fan?
I do watch, like the direct to Netflix or whatever. Like you were talking about that.
The Christmas Prince, that sort of that genre, that whole
Christmas Prince, Vanessa Hudgens being like 16 different versions of herself. Love that genre.
Cool. Good stuff.
Hot Frosty. Just talked about Hot Frosty.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Hot Frosty. My mom was appalled by Hot Frosty last year. Like, yeah. She was like, Nate, you'll never guess what I saw. And then that's how I found out about Hot Frosty. Yeah, there's a lot coming up.
Hilarious film. Maybe we should rewatch Hot Frosty. Probably.
Yeah, this is the main Pod Weeks challenge for you this week. You, the listener, and I'm pointing at the camera for you, the viewer, as well. Go watch Hot Frosty. It's on Netflix?
It's on... No, that's not our... I don't want people to watch Hot Frosty.
Okay, our challenge is not to watch Hot Frosty. There's going to be people out there who are going to try to make you watch Hot Frosty, but don't do it. Please.
Don't let them.
We beg of you.
Don't let them.
Don't do it.
Go to Wake Up Dead Man.
And watch Train Dreams instead.
Watch Train Dreams instead.
I've changed my mind. It's to do a double feature back-to-back, Train Dreams and Hot Frosty. But you get to pick which one comes first.
And while you're at it, go to It's a Wonderful Life in theaters. It's playing at a bunch of different theaters. So.
Cute and fun. Working at the bank, I quote It's a Wonderful Life about every single day. I just say, well, no, I don't have your money. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house. We're always saying that. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Main Pod Week. As always, I am Nate.
And I'm Julia.
Yeah, we're going to keep on putting out stuff as much as we can. This is the second episode that we've recorded right off the bat. This seems like a good setup, so hopefully we'll get more out. Mm-hmm. And thanks for checking us out. Again, I'm Nate.
I'm Julia.
And we will see you at the movies.
See you at the movies.
The Main Pod Week is hosted by Nate Stevenson and Julia Dunleavy, and edited and produced by Nate Stevenson. Social media video is produced by Nick Brown, and music is created by Peter Coleman. The podcast is a project of the Maine Play Week, a new media publication covering the moviegoing experience here in Maine. You can support our coverage financially by becoming a paid subscriber to our Substack at themainplayweek.substack.com/subscribe. Send your ideas, questions, or other musings to hello@themainplayweek.com and follow us at The Maine Play Week on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Substack. Learn more at themainplayweek.com. But most importantly, tell your movie-loving friends that we're here, and we'll see you at the cinema.